Hi guys, and welcome back here to the Dev Realm, and today we carry on our series, and today we're just going to create this widget in a very simple way. The reason why I already have this widget completed is because I had an issue with this tutorial and I had to recreate it. So the goal of today is just to recreate this with a simpler UI first, and then after we're going to polish bit by bit. So the structure, that's what we're going to be focusing today. So the first thing you want to do here is create a new widget blueprint and user widget. We're going to call WBP character creation. Okay, so creation. And now I'm going to open up here and I'm going to try to simulate this right here. Okay, so the first thing we need here is a canvas. So we're going to go here and search for a canvas and drag and drop the canvas right here, which is good. Now the next thing we need is a vertical box. Everything will be inside the vertical box part of the message. All right, so we're going to go back here and we're going to search for a vertical box. Drag it right here and we're going to align this vertical box right here. And I think this will be 0.5 and 0.5. Not sure about the size yet, so we're going to leave it right here. The next thing we need here, following our design previously, is that we need another vertical box where we're going to put the color and this, but we actually have to do these buttons here, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to search another vertical box. I'm going to add it right here. And then inside this, we're going to add, I think, let me just edit this blueprint to remember how I did this. So yes. So I need a box, a label, and then a horizontal box. All right. So what we're going to search for here is first a vertical box. So we're going to search here for a vertical box. We're going to drop it right here. So it's a vertical box, vertical box, vertical box. There's 3 vertical boxes inside. And now things get better. So we're going to add the label. All right. Which is just going to be a text. We're going to add the text right here. Right. And then after the text, what we're going to do here is that we're going to add a new horizontal box, which is going to be right up. And then inside the horizontal box, we need 2 things. We need a button, all right? Actually, we're going to need 1 button. And I think we need 1 text and then another button. So we're going to copy the text and paste it right here. And I'm going to duplicate the button and paste it, all right? So this is more or less what we're going to have for our UI. Let me just try to make sure. Actually, let's copy the design that we already have set up here previously. So it's 428. So let's just go here and define, let's say, well, the position is going to be 0, 0, but 428 by how much? By 424. So 552. All right, cool. And I guess, so 0, 0. Oh, there you go. That's the magic one here. Nice. Now, the next thing we would like to do, I think, is this option. We want to make sure everything's on the middle. And between those buttons, what we need here is just padding. From the left, we're going to add maybe 5. Oh, not that one. Actually, it's going to be this. It's going to add 10. And here, what we can actually do is that we can actually do, like, for example, right? So this is going to be the color, right? And then it's going to be according to the select. Oh, it doesn't have any color set up, so we can actually leave this as blank for now. And now what we're going to do here is that we are going to call this column, copy and paste. I'm going to call this hair, and then copy and paste. And the last one is called gender, right? So we're going to call this one here gender. All right. So hair. Now, the next thing we need to do here is just a text box and a button. Very simple thing to do. So we're going to go back here. We're going to compile and save. Of course, we're just going to change this to, you know, hair. And here's going to be gender. All right. I think everything inside, we maybe would like to leave it, maybe, no, that's fine, fill, maybe auto for now. We can fix the design of this later on in this series. Now, the other thing we need to do is just a name, a box, which is an input, and then a button. So the easy one here is just the button. So we're just gonna add a button after this vertical box, and the button is gonna come here. Oh, after that, inside this button we're gonna add a text, and inside that text we're gonna add here something called save. All right. Now, what we're gonna do is from the top we're gonna add like 10. Oh, not 10. Sorry, it's gonna leave it 0. The 10 that I mean is here. Just gonna add 10 just to give some space. Cool. Now, what we need to do next is our input here. So if I edit this, we have a vertical box, and then we have a label within a hint, and then the validation message right here. So the validation message will be just to, display any kind of messages that we have. So first thing we need to do here is a vertical box. All right, so we're gonna search for a vertical box, which we're gonna be added right here in the middle. Then within the vertical box we need a text, so text. And then inside the vertical box, what we need here is a border. So we're gonna search for a border. Now inside the border, what we need here is a field. It's an input field, right? So input field, and input, or in this case I think it's just called field or text, or let's have a look. Inputs, editable text. All right, so we're just gonna add it right here. Okay, and then the next thing we need to add here is just the validation message at the end, which will be just exactly as, let me just copy that, paste it. Let's put this border here. Let's change this name to validation message. All right, now what we have here is gonna be the message. All right, and I think we can actually make it so it fills up. So make sure everything fills, and then I would say that this thing outside here, I see. Okay, let me just put this one here. I'm just trying to sort the order. So this, it's going to be the inputs, right? Is fine. And now this, it's gonna be the name of the player. So we're gonna call this name, right? And then of course the save button is the save button. What I mean is that for the inputs, I would like to center them like this. We're gonna compile and save, and that's pretty much what we're looking for, for this part. For example, one thing that if you wanna add icons inside here, for example, inside the buttons, what we can actually do here is that, let me just go back to, I'm just gonna delete the gender here and that one, actually, because I end up adding them into different places, right? So this is one, so then we have the color. Let me just copy and paste. Yes, okay, I end up doing a mistake back then, but that's fine. So now what we would like to do here is that on the color, just to make this a little bit nicer for now, is that I am going to a website called, let me just go back here, game icons, right? Let me go back right there, and I'm gonna search here for arrow, right? Or maybe left. So what we can have here is this. So we're gonna load the PNG, and clockwise or rotation icon. So we have another rotation, that one, and then we download the PNG. And then what you can do here is that you just get those icons there. And I think I already have imported here somewhere. Let me just have a look. So game modes, textures, here, icons. There you go. I have the right and left. You can use whatever you want. So if you want to use that here, you just search for image. You're going to drag and drop. And then inside the image right here, what you can do what is the bush? Yeah, you just add the icon right here, and then you do the same. Let's say for that, I'm just gonna copy the image, paste it right here, and then I'm just gonna change it to another image, expand it right here. And then everything's gonna look super huge, right? That's a problem. So you're gonna probably want to do here is wrap with a size box, right? And then the reason why we wrap with a size box is that because you can change how big you want to be. In this case, 25 by 25, you see? So we can also do the same here with wrap with a size box, right? Plug it right there. And in here, we're just gonna put, let's say, 25 by 25. Which is great, and that's it, guys. That's pretty much what would you need here. And then what we're gonna do here is that you don't have to do this for this lesson, but if you want to copy and paste, you can. So you come up with this, but this is basically the structure that we're having for this. Now, to see if this widget is actually working, all you're gonna do here, okay, is that you go to this BPC character creation UI. If you don't have this set up for some reason, because I don't fully remember what we did on the episode before, unfortunately, is that you gotta create one, and that's really easy to do. For example, I'm gonna create one with you guys so we can test this properly. So this is something called actor component. So we're gonna right click, blueprint. We're gonna go back here to actor component, and we're gonna call this BPC, let's say, character creation UI 2. Okay, I'm just gonna add the 2 because I already have one. From here, all you need to do is a couple of things. So the first thing we need to do here is that we have a couple of methods, right? So we have this and everything else. So what you can do here is that we're gonna copy those method names. So we're gonna copy this API boot. So we're gonna, let me just delete all this stuff, custom event, and we're gonna add that here. And in here, what am I going to do? According to that, I just need to pass the BPC character creation controller, right? So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna search for BPC character creation controller. Oh, not the gameplay, sorry, BPC character creation controller. Now this is gonna be ref, and inside here you have the player controller ref, right? So we're gonna go back and we're gonna promote this to controller ref. Now the next thing you need to do here is that you need to start the widget itself. So what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna create here a custom event called API start widget. All right, and here we're just gonna copy this logic here. Okay, don't worry about this. This is a part for the next part of the series. We're not there yet. So I'm just gonna paste this part. All right, I'm gonna paste this one right here. And basically what we did here, actually I can do from scratch with you guys, will be way easier. So we're gonna create a widget from class. The class, remember, is the one of the number 2, right? That we had just created. Not this one, not the one, this one right here, right? So that's the widget that we're looking for. Now the next thing that we need to do here is just add to the viewport. And I think that's pretty much it. And now we can compile and save, right? And now how can you use this, right? Because right now if I press play, I'm gonna have a couple of errors, but that's just because I'm having some issues with the previous plugin that I don't have anymore on my folder, which is fine. But basically, what you gotta do here is that if I go back to the main menu, I think on the main menu, or maybe not, where is the game modes? We have the login, game instance, level. There we go. Okay, so go to level, And I'm gonna open up the test. I think the test doesn't do anything. Yeah, that's good. So basically on the test level, what you can actually do to see if the widget is working. You don't have to do this, by the way. It's just a nice way to show you guys, is that on the player POM, which is right here, right, the base player, what we can actually do here is that search for the BPC character creation 2, all right? And just to see if the widget looks good or if you guys are looking for anything here, what you can do is that we add the context here. So we receive the controller, blah, blah, blah. What you can do here is you can get this, and we can call the API boot, right? And then you can plug it right there. The reference, I think, is looking for the controller. Oh, I see. Well, I don't think we need this for now, so we can just press play. And as you can see, well, why that did not, let me just press play and see. Okay, it did. Oh yeah, of course, because we haven't called the API start widget, right? And now look at that, we have the widget loading up on the page. Of course, at this point you may don't have this character yet, but this is just because I lost, unfortunately, the file, and then I have to redo the tutorial. So if you need any help, just let me know in the comments, and I'll carry on with the rest. Thank you very much, and sorry for the tutorial.